Hello viewers, me and team here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 4 game. This one is going to be from Immortal University, and one thing you might notice is that I'm not the host of this game, but that's fine. Actually, I was never the only host of Immortal University, and Nihil Zero here decided to take over because I was being lazy and not posting updates. Part of that's because I've been playing other games like Magica and Here's Might and Magic 3, some side projects I've been working on to bring to the YouTube as well, still running some Minecraft. I've got a good drowning trap now, and I can show that setup as well. So really, I've got a lot of things going on. It's also Call of Duty, and yeah, there's still real life work. But anyway, the fact of the matter is I've been a little bit lazy on hosting Immortal University games, so here's one from Nihil Zero, and it's going to be using Frederick. And as always, if you can't see this up here, if you're not running high def on your YouTube video, you can just go to Civilization Fanatics forums and Strategy and Tips sub forum, and you should be able to see Myrtle University 54. As of this recording, it's going to be on the first page. If you're looking at it later, you might have to do a forum search, but it will be there for you one way or another. Let's get on to the game, and I'm running Beyond the Sword on an altered gameplay mod. And this is the start we're given with Germany. We have a philosophical organized leader. I'll get into those traits in a minute. But the start is a little bit concerning just because I don't see anything. I don't see any food resources. This doesn't count. I'm going to see if moving on to this Plains Hill tile is actually a viable move. And it looks like, yes, that possibly is the case. I could be losing out on food resources here. But if I settle here, I'm guaranteed a 2 hammer capital tile as well as a 5 food, 1 commerce irrigation right from go. I think that's good enough considering I also get Riverside, so there's some short and long-term prospects there. Really not too many junk tiles in the fat cross that way, whereas there would be if I settled in place. I would have a useless coast tile. We're going to go for it. This also opens the possibility of the Great Lighthouse. Now, the philosophical or organized. Philosophical gets you your great people faster. You really don't get that many more across the game, maybe like 1 or 2 more, but you get them faster. And yes, I did give up on a cow there. So may or may not be considered a misplay. I do get my starting worker out faster. I do get this hooked up faster. So if I'm willing to settle or rush, then it's fine. Oh, also settings, more normal novets. Okay, yeah, and so for philosophical, you get your cheap universities, fast great people. It's a pretty solid trait, and as long as you have food, so as long as the game is playable, you have some options on how to use it. So it's a balanced trait. Ah, great. Well, okay, they're gonna put a city there. Hold Alt and hit S to bring up the tab that lets you type that. It doesn't offer stronger returns if you don't, if you're just trying to use it to settle great people or make academies or whatever, but it's still pretty solid. Organize helps you from turn 0 onward. It always helps you, no exceptions, by reducing your civic maintenance, and the cheaper courthouses and lighthouses are frequently welcome as well. So it's actually a very powerful trait. And what am I going to want to do here? This will probably minimize junk tiles, and this might even be my second city. It depends how quickly I can get a border pop for my capital, because I don't want to have to wait to improve the cows. Okay, not meeting anybody yet. That's kind of bizarre. Lions. What are we playing on anyway? We're playing on a fractal map, so I cannot exclude the possibility of being isolated. It's not terribly likely in any one fractal map, but fractal does have a fair incidence of isolating the human, so you do have to watch out for that.
Oh, farmers, pray that your summers be wet
And with all
and your
this
winters
livestock
clear.
around, I don't know, I could settle the gold, but it would take a while to get the fish hooked up there. Even so, it wouldn't be... See, my problem with this city is that they'll just take too long to develop unless this gets a border pop in time. But I want to get my second city out pretty quickly. So now I'm having some deliberation. I just click wheel as a placeholder there. I'm trying to think about what I want to get next. Probably not the wheel. I have plenty to do with my worker in terms of dropping mines. Berlin's really not going to be great for anything except production, so I don't even really need to go for cottages that early. You know, all this livestock, and as appealing as the gold is, if there's AI, I'm going to want to block them by settling north. And it's just going to take a while to develop this city. Regardless, I'm going to hold off on the gold early on, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. I do have hunting, mining, and now agriculture. I think animal husbandry is a pretty sound bet here. It'll open up writing to me as well, so I can get fast libraries if I need them. Which you do. You want libraries in this game, unless you're just doing one of those noble rush everybody moves. Oop, here we go. Pretty peaceful neighbor, not the worst. 20 unit prob, Ahsoka. He'll very frequently do the missionary strategy, that's what she said. In terms of spreading religion. And I might want to grab this, actually, because it's closer to him. So do I want to finish animal husbandry? That's a good question. I might want to actually just grab archery. Well, pottery and archery. Archery and pottery. Let's do it. This way I can get blocks. Yeah, because no matter what, if I take this approach, I'll go the wheel first, though, so I give my worker a way to road up there. No matter what, if I get like a city up here, you know, maybe... I don't really want to settle it on the floodplains in particular, but maybe something like this, and then... Actually, that's a really good city site. And then something down here. I'll have largely blocked the majority of the land, then I'll have at least room for 6 cities. Ugh. Gilgamesh isn't a fun site, and he does hate Ahsoka. So that's good for me, unless he steamrolls Ahsoka and becomes a monster. Gilgamesh has a 30 unit prob, he can declare it pleased, unlike Ahsoka. And he's pretty aggressive as far as AIs go. Oh, well, Puppies is playing Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer. I disagree with him on the settings he uses, though. Well, he plays PC, obviously, if there's any doubt given the circumstances here. But no, he plays PC, whereas I play it on the console, so I really can't run Call of Duty with him anyway. But he plays on hardcore, and I don't like hardcore in Call of Duty because it screws with the weapon balance too much. Pretty much everything is ridiculously lethal. And it turns campy, and I don't like that either. So I usually take a pass on hardcore.
Push your shoulder through the wheel.
Okay. You know what? Could probably get away with pottery before archery. I know I'm playing a little fast and loose here with the barb defenses, but when have I ever not done that? And it's only come to haunt me like a couple times. Ah, jeez. That game with Darius was just insane. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's kind of like when you have an ideal situation, and then you take the opposite of it. You get a barb archer right where you want to settle your second city, and when you don't even have archery. So we're just going to have to dance around that and hope it doesn't harass me too much. And I'm going to want to pick up archery very soon. Okay, well, more barb archers. Oh man, this game hates me right now. Look at all those archers. And archery is definitely a priority after pottery. Man, lay off. Seriously, dude. Bordering irrational with this pressure. Okay. Well, at least it means there's no panthers around. Panthers are not a welcome sight here. And I can move here safely. So we'll just go ahead and turn. Hello! No more moving here safely. I'm going to play rope-a-dope here with the AI barb archers. And I think there's a unit there, so I'm going to try and build a road here.
Hath not the potter power over the clay to make one vessel unto
Surprising.
honor and another unto dishonor?
Surprising. I can actually settle this. They shouldn't enter my borders yet. But it's time to start training defensive units. Because a scout does not count as a defensive unit. And yeah, now we're all up to 2 cities. No idea where Gilgamesh is. I'm going to want to settle west in this region to try and block the AI. And that's really good enough. I mean, you talk about like a city here, one down there, one there. Yeah, maybe something like, I don't know, this. It's fine. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Random city there eventually, just to grab their Riverside. I should be able to get to 6, no troubles. Yeah, great. And oh wow, Gilgamesh is actually the one who's closer to me. That's not a good sign. Kind of hoping that wasn't the case. I'm not going to want to get too border huggy with him. Huggy. Aw, that's cute. It's kind of like diapers, right? The diapers brand Huggies. Something like that. Keep roading. Keep roading on. Okay, no. No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to move units into danger when danger was seen at the start of the turn. That's called cheating game. We're not doing it. Well, great. Now I know about something I shouldn't. But I'm just, like, ridiculous. Why? Why would you do that? Stop there. I mean, for God's sake. Why can't it interrupt units that are in danger? It makes no sense. Okay, pottery. Go. And I'm just not willing to play more slowly, especially while recording, just so that the game's user interface doesn't screw me one. Like, no thanks. So, there we go. Justinian. So this continent has plenty more people than I thought initially. I'm actually a little bit on the surprise side from that. I could use another worker. I really want to grow while building archers, though. Reasoning should be obvious. I just want to survive here without too much difficulty. Okay, and Justinian and India are close, and with the religious strife, I should be a little bit better off now. Whatever Samaria goes into, they're going to hate the other heathen, probably. Which is a good thing for me. Animal husbandry, definitely. I don't have that much to chop right now. I do have plenty of livestock city sites. The marble is going to be an appealing thing for me, too, for the marble wonders. And surprisingly, my scout still is alive. Yeah, I'm not going to build any more warriors. I prefer archers for the early barb defenses. And this is actually not a good second city site, except for its blocking value. Normally I would not advocate something like this, and I'm just going to build 2 more archers. Keep them on hills or defensive tiles, and they can easily handle opposing barbarian archers. And, yeah. Actually, I need to be
shall be the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind,
careful.
And the flocks of thy sheep.
Alright. I don't want to lose my cities either. Bronze working or writing next. Again, oh nice, there's a city there. Actually, before writing, I'm going to go mysticism. I need something to get a fast border pop to my better tiles, and that is my something. Great. Well, whatever. Start building a cottage over there. Slight misplay here. Really? It chose to attack the archer, and it killed the archer. And now it's going to have promotions that allow it to beat the warrior defending the city. Although it is damaged. I'll just put you on... Actually, I'll just let him sit here, because that'll allow me some scouting. Oh, right, it pillaged. You know what? That probably beats the alternative, to be honest. I didn't have that many turns working on that yet. Really?
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea
Really?
of God.
Jesus, game. I want to see this. He actually had better odds because of his promotion, which he only got because he won at odds the first time. Great. Well, now I need more archers. Since apparently... I can't win any battles. Okay. Now I'll get an archer there next turn. What I'm going to do with this one... Actually, I want him over in the wilderness. And what can you do? You could probably spawn bust the remaining tiles between myself and the enemy. Yourself. One more archer, then we're going to go with a settler. And just hope I can get the horse site in time, as this is ridiculous. Alright, warrior's just going to explore. Archer can stay where he is. You can just camp out here until such time as I see fit to move you. Newbie fence. Don't want to get on that guy's side, bad side, that's for sure. Newbie fence will own your day. Okay. Well, now I have border pop control down here, so I don't have to worry about that as much. In fact, I'm doing better in general. Build a mine there. Yeah, pick on those barbs. Pick on them. Frickin' barbs. Kill them all.
True glory consists in doing what deserves to be written, in writing what deserves to be read.
Yeah, I got a little anti-barb net here now. We should be okay. I'm thinking the aesthetics line for research, but I should probably grab bronze working first. We'll see what I could use. No, then again, I'm not going to be chopping all that much in the near future. We'll just go straight to aesthetics, with a slight deviation to pick up fishing and sailing. Good early tax. Okay. So we are opening borders with you. Look at that. He's got frickin' 6 cities, and I'm at 2. Oh, well, so is Ahsoka, because Ahsoka is a fricking joke and can't use his bonus. What? I guess I'm not the only one having barb troubles, although that's a little bizarre. Settled right on the gems. That's nice. You settle on those gems. Yeah, there's actually a significant amount of blocking potential up here as well. Yeah, you just heal up. Whoa! Hello, barb warriors. How's it going? Ideally, I want a city up here now, so I can just block Gilgamesh from the west. Seems like it'd be a little hard, though. Especially if I still want to get the city to my east. Which I do. Oh, and yeah, here we got Justinian's chariot. Throwing down some barb shenanigan deaths, too. I'll take it. Ah, great. Got another barb archer. I've got full city fortification bonuses in a city, and barbs get a penalty in attacking cities, so hopefully I should be okay. Why are they not trying? Why are 2 AIs not trying while Justinian is being handed cities and cities and cities?
Give a man a fish.
Angry me and team is angry.
Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
Well, let's see. I really don't want to give up my sentry net positioning with that archer. Okay. A couple barbs there. Already been killed. And I'm going to be pillaged. Don't know what to say to that one. Except, well, had to take my chances, right? Just had to do it. You get out of range of threat. You start improving this already. Not a lot going on up there. I don't really want to take my scout outside of culture borders now that I can get open borders. Because I can use him to pretty much map the continent that way. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to spam some settlers and workers out here. And now he actually chose to attack ultimately. Well, very well then. You can just build a mine. Works for me. The barb pressure is really something. Even so, in the long term I'll be okay as long as I don't also get AI declaring war on me or something along those lines. Damaged barb archer. And yay, I'm going to have a pasture up the turn I settle the city for some instant development. That is a beautiful thing. Definitely want a monument here. I'm going to want a monument there as well. Yeah, city garrison archer. And India. Yeah, I'll open borders. And how is the world thinking now? Well, I still don't have any direct border tensions with Gilgamesh, so if he picks a target, it will not be me for now. But I do have to keep my eye on this. If I can get one more archer up in this region, I should be fine. Should be able to prevent most of the barb pressure from hampering me. And I like archery, it makes you safe. It makes you safe. I actually have a trade network here already because I have fishing and a coastal route like such. From all the barb pressure, Great Lighthouse got bumped out of my priorities, which is unfortunate. But what can you do? So I'm going to get this in a city already. I really just need to keep mapping out the continent. Ooh, a second holy city. Crazy.
You can't direct the
Yep,
wind,
just keep killing those barbarians, please. Do I have... Okay, he's already covering down here, so I could actually drop this guy down a level. Good coverage and coverage. Good. Still need to be building some mines. Why am I researching poly before aesthetics? Don't do that. It's annoying. And okay. Just keep mapping out the continent. Yeah, we're just going to spam some mines first before we do any other types of tile improvements. Roads aren't really critical early on. Well, for anything other than mobility. That's right, barbs. Suck it. Surprised after all that I was able to hang on to a city. I lost so many of those archers early on to enemy archers because I had to I had to take the risk of fighting on flatlands. Okay, more workers here. I am working a nice set of improved tiles actually, and I'm at my cap, so that's better than it looks. My capital, on the other hand, has suffered from all the barb pressures it has endured. And oh god, I'm gonna have pressure to become Buddhist while my neighbor is not. Oh, we've got multiple Hindu missionaries coming my way too. So, and all this means is that a monument is probably not worth my time anymore because I'm gonna get a border pop no matter what. Got a pasture coming in there. Yeah, I think we're gonna see some early fireworks here. There's gonna be some wars, definitely. Yeah, let's catch up on worker turns. I do want more settlers. Jeez, if I could just get something up here. See, the problem is there's no good resources other than the tile here next to Yayoi, but I have to settle kind of awkwardly and into the jungle in order to really work that to its potential. And Gilgamesh is not looking too impressive with his 3 cities, as you can see over here. So I'm not particularly scared of allowing him more cities. The one I really don't want to get more cities is Justinian, but I don't see a realistic way to prevent that, short of just attacking him. But attacking him, I believe, is going to have to come later. And you take your mine back. Yeah, I definitely need more worker turns. And there's somebody else. The Celts. Also Hindu. Oh my god. Apparently being Buddhist would make me a pariah. Maybe I don't want to do that. I don't want to do anything right now. Just stay out of the religious struggles. And stay away from border tensions as well. Well, jeez. I'd rather not get into a war because I refused that kind of request. Justinian's not going to be happy about it though. I might switch back out eventually into no state religion again. Especially if I get the Shwedagunpaya, because that will allow me to run free religion, which could prevent some hassle. And that also means that I'm not getting any religion here, which sucks. Well, whatever. Back to Monument we go. This city has a lot of riverside, and I like my capital. Probably not too bad for cottages. Yeah, we're going to cottage this city also. So we're going to have 2 early cottage cities, 1 early production, 2 early production cities. So we're pretty even there. Don't really have a great food site yet for great people points. Maybe I'll just sub in a wonder spamming production city for that, so that I have something giving me help there. Where are all Justinian cities? I don't understand why he's a threat, or how he got that many sites. Whatever. Got another worker. How many workers am I up to? You want about 1.5 per city. So I have 1 in domestic city, 2 in domestic territory. Definitely want to keep pumping workers here. I'm working unimproved tiles up the wazoo. Losing those early hammers to archers has a big chain effect on your empire, because then you have to rebuild to compensate for it. But, you know, all is not bad. For example, I'm about to hook up some gold. I have a happiness resource from the gold, as well as running a religion, if I can stay out of wars with Justinian. And some more happiness at calendar if I can reach there. So maybe I do want to just put a city like right here. Just not a good city, but yeah, get the calendar resources and block Gilgamesh, at least until he takes the barbarian town. We'll see. This city is capable of growth. I should let it. Build another archer. I don't really need more of those right now, so I'm not going to do that after all. So I've started to map out Justinian pretty well. I can see his iron. Nice. Yep. Spam cottage. Good times. Got some enemy camps there. Oh, I just don't see the use in settling the jungle until I can actually do something with it. And I've suffered my tech rate enough from the barbarian pressure. It seems kind of productive to settle into the jungle too much too early. And once again, got Buddhism here. I'm actually going to want, yeah. I'm going to go aesthetics, masonry, literature, because I'm going to want to hook up that marble soonish. And I will actually put a chop into this. Here too, let's just put a chop into this. But not a lot of early use from this capital other than for production. So what I might want to do is make another settler. I'm not going to get a lot of early productivity from the capital regardless of what I do, so might as well just do that. Now the gold mine's kicking in. Oh, I can't chop. I don't have bronze working. No. No, game. No. Why must you hate me this much? Actually, that's fine. We'll just build roads for now. I forgot that I cut bronze working. Let's see here. Well, in that case, we're going to go try and trade aesthetics for alphabet, and then whatever else we can get using alphabet. I can never guess right on these religions. And a monument is just not useful to cities that are not going to be in a culture war unless I need the border pop, in those cases I don't. Yeah, I'll build an archer here and then another worker.
Art for art's sake is an empty phrase. Art for the sake of truth. Art for the sake of
might as a
good,
free road,
beautiful.
since I'm kind of stuck in that region. Or I'll have something to do soon enough that I don't want to move out of that region, only have to move back into it. I'm thinking down here is going to be in my next site. Get the gold going. Well, another gold going. Has some diminishing returns, but it's still commerce, and that's still good. That's still good. Samaria's up to please with me, so I'm not going to see much pressure from him either. And is anyone willing to trade off a bit now? Please. Well, for fishing as well.
Words
Why he doesn't have that,
both destroy and heal.
I don't know either.
When words are both true and kind, they can change our world.
Now, let's see. I don't really want to feed. Well, let's do this. Let's take a leg up. Huh.
It is entirely seemly for a young man
might be able to grab masonry and
the race of men who walk upon all things appear
ironworking on the following turn. I'm going to try anyway. And yeah, now I already have bronze working, so no big deal skipping it early. Lost a couple chops I might have wanted to make sooner, but on the right side, I might be able to get the math boost for it later instead. Let's just go, yeah. Grab iron working.
You should hammer your iron.
Now we've found iron. As if I didn't know where it was already. But hell, game wanted to play cheap, I'll play cheap back. Grab masonry.
It is from their foes, not their friends, that cities
and go for an early shot
walls.
at the Great Library, yes. And that means I should build a library in my capital next, so that I actually have a shot at getting the Great Library as well as the other marble wonders. Well, library won't help with the other marble wonders, but the Great Library. So, okay, we are off to a start, not necessarily a good one. Justinian's plotting war. Let's see here. I will bet it's Ahsoka. They have 8 tiles of border with each other, so he's a land target. He's in Justinian's first check. He's annoyed with Ahsoka, so that's another reason he would target Ahsoka. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He has enough power as well, so there's really no alternative. It's Ahsoka, unfortunately for Ahsoka. So he's screwed. Bummer. But alright, I'm going to take the effort of focusing on Gilgamesh here. I might be in culture war with him eventually, and can maybe flip some cities. And I am pretty safe because nobody's bordering me. So alright, I will meet you guys in the next part. Thumbs up if you like this video. The main team signing off.